First, I want to thank all of the directors and the residents here at the Empire for giving me this amazing opportunity to show work in this splendid space. And of course, as you know, back in 1891, when this was the Empire Hotel, I'm pretty sure it was a very, very different kind of atmosphere. When I was hanging the show, I was thinking about what it was like to have the Victorian people walking down here with their hats and their big clothes and whatever. So it's very splendid. But of course, time moves on and things change. And as Anne said, it was the opportunity for you all to see some contemporary art, the juxtaposition of contemporary art in a very classical, splendid setting. And so I took to asking some of my artists that I work with, and have worked with for a number of years, to contribute and to participate. And I thought to thank them very much, because this is quite an experiment. And they did this without seeing the space in situ at all. They really relied upon me to put it into a place of prominence. And I hope they're all very happy tonight with the staging and with the exposure that they will have. Many of the artists are here tonight, and I want to be brief because I want you to be able to talk to them. Art for me, as an art advisor, and I've been in the business 30 years now, in many, many different types of working as an artist myself. I had a gallery in Mayfair. I worked as an advisor for Conrad for a number of years. So it's very, very exciting for me to experiment with this now, but to do this now. And I want to introduce the artist because one of my basic beliefs is that art is very subjective. I can see some of you walking around saying, whoa. And when I used to be an artist, I can remember when I was exhibiting and hearing people say, what the is that? And I'd walk the other way so I couldn't hear what they were saying. But you have to really, I always advise people to absorb it, engage with it, think about it. And then my advice is always to buy what you love. Don't buy what has a provenance. Don't buy what you're investing in, but buy something that speaks to you. And I hope some of the work here speaks to some of you at some time. Otherwise, I'd be very disappointed. So all of the artists have a badge on, and we're all very happy. They talk as much as I do. So we're all very happy to engage and explain where the work was from. If I call your name, can we be rather pedantic and you raise your hand? Yeah? So if we stand, Sammy Dent, who gets the biggest, you said you get the most exposure here. Sammy Dent is the artist of Buddha's Birthday, over here. Belinda Crozier, where are you, Belinda? Right here, has a Shrewsbury Draft. That was actually shown at a show that I did in Lansdowne Stores a number of years ago. And she's exhibited with me in Honiton at the Thelma Holbert Gallery as well. Louisa Burnett Hall, unfortunately, can't join us tonight. She's Paris-based, and this work was done. I used to live in Englishcombe. I now have the great honor of living on Great Pulteney Street. Napoleon and I, eh? And she did this when she was visiting me in Englishcombe, and she was looking out at the landscape where my house looked at the whole valley towards Englishcombe. This is called Dancing with the Graces, because I had 3 Asa trees in my garden. And during the COVID, we all had our little fancies, I'm sure, during the COVID. During the COVID, I decided I would name all of my trees. I had a tree hugging campaign as well, and then this was shown at the RUH in an exhibition called Shades of Green. So this is called Dancing with the Graces because the Asas, I called them the 3 Graces because of Canova's sculpture, the 3 Graces. One was yellow, one was burgundy, and one was green. And they seemed to entwine, and in the wind, they seemed to dance together. And so she took that option of calling it Dancing with the Graces. Lynn Baxter is right over here. And Lynn's work is the abstract at the base of the large panel in front of you. Lynn and her husband Brian with the owl collage above. There's Brian. And they are based near Crewe, and they exhibit regularly. Lynn is a sculptor as well as a painter, and to go to their home. I mean, I always visit all, that's the glory of being an advisor. You're invited to visit their homes. So you get to see what they live, how they live, and what their work is like. And it's spectacular. There are sculptures throughout the garden, and they have an amazing kind of in-house show every year. Where am I now? So in the corridor, and Mary Romer's over here, there she is. The much admired work of the fireplace, which is Priory Bay. That's the Isle of Wight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the Isle of Wight. And I went to her studio in Essex, and what I was so thrilled with was she does these amazing cloud formations. And she's been in a couple of shows with me as well. So she's come from Essex tonight to join us. Fiona McIntyre has just arrived. Fiona, there you are. Fiona and I have exhibited regularly for a number of years, and she is a distinguished painter printmaker. She uses many of the natural pigments in ground to create some of her works. She did an amazing show at the Sidney Nolan Foundation last year doing just that, and also was in the Lansdowne show. She does workshops on grinding your own pigments to create the works. So those are the two works done there. Maxine Foster, where's Maxine? There she is a very distinguished printmaker. And I chose this one, Maxine, I don't think I told you, because it reminded me of Stonehenge. There's something very ancient and something mysterious about a lot of her work. And once again, we've worked together on a number of exhibitions. Now, Ruth Piper, the collage in the corridor, she can't be with us. She's in Lyme Regis, and I'm afraid if you know, Bert did a lot of trouble down in Lyme Regis area. So there was tremendous flooding, and she didn't feel that she could actually make it here tonight. That's one of her works from 2012, and I think it works there beautifully. So I hope you all agree that even if you don't like all of them, it opens a discussion. I hope it will provide, the next one is January the 22nd. I hope it will provide a program for you that you will all enjoy, and thank you again very, very much.
Thank you.